boys and girls, and happy Thursday! Yesterday, we started reading The Glum Princess, the skit that the Superkids were putting on together. Today, we're going to read the second act, Act 2, second part of the skit. But before we get started, we're going to read and practice reading some words that are going to show up in that part of the story. Remember, if it's underlined in red, that means it's one of our memory words. This one we learned yesterday. Let's spell it and say it. L-I-K-E, like. Let's spell it and say it one more time. L-I-K-E, like. This next word, looks a lot like this memory word, doesn't it? I even underlined the part of the word that is our memory word. It just has an S at the end. So let's spell it. L-I-K-E-S. I know the S makes the S sound, so I'm just going to add the S sound onto the word like. Likes. Likes. Say that with me. Likes. Let's keep reading the other words. The rest of these words we can sound out or blend to figure out what the word is. Let's get going. Present. Present. Now, this word present can actually mean two things. I can say, here is a present, like a gift that you get on your birthday, or I can pronounce it a little bit differently. Instead of saying present, I can say present. Can you say that with me? Present. Present means to show or give something. So in Act 2 of our play, the other Superkids are going to be presenting their pets during the pet contest for the princess. Let's say that one more time. Present. So whenever you see this word in our story today, you're going to say present, which means to show or give. Let's keep working. Twin. Twin. Romp. Romp. Romp means to play, usually by running or jumping. Say that one more time. Romp. Stomp. Everybody, show me what it looks like to stomp your foot. Good job. Cricket. I remembered that the CK put together makes the K sound. So let's do that one more time. Cricket. Cricket. Next word. Pocket. And our last one. Difficult. Difficult. That's a pretty big word. Does anybody know what difficult means? It means hard. Difficult and hard, they mean the same thing. Now I'm going to point all over the place and I want you to help me sound out the word. Stomp, stomp, like, twin, pocket, pocket, present, difficult, romp, likes, present. Alrighty. So now we're going to get started in just a minute here. Remember yesterday we read Act 1, the beginning part of the play or the skit that the Superkids were putting on together. Do you remember what we read yesterday? I remember that yesterday I saw Edda being the queen and Sal dressed up as the king. And they realized that there was a problem with the princess. The princess was glum, just like in the title, the glum princess. That means she was sad. She had all these presents and gifts, which we saw yesterday. Remember, there's Cass sitting with all of her toys, but she still looks sad. And the king and queen decided that they were going to have a pet contest, and then that might cheer up the princess. So today's act, or part of a play that we are going to read, is called, let's look, it's on page 10. So get to page 10, everybody. It's called The Pet Contest. I see that in blue right here. Act 2, The Pet Contest. We're going to see a few more of our Superkids pretending to be characters in the play. So wherever you see them, oh, I see a girl here. I see, oh, looks like someone's dressed up pretending to be a cricket. So whenever you see their picture here, that means that's the character who is saying those words. And then another thing that you're going to look out for are those pictures in the middle of sentences. Those are called a rebus, remember? So when I see a picture of the princess in the middle of my sentence, I know to read the word princess. You're also going to see a castle. So when you see the little picture of the castle, you're going to say the word castle as you read. And there's one more. Let's see, where is it? Oh, there's a kangaroo. So when you see the picture of the kangaroo, you're going to know to read the word kangaroo. So right now I want you to pause the video and I want you to read Act 2 by sounding out the words. Act 2 is page 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And when you're done reading it, then you can turn the video back on, and then I'm going to read it, and I'm going to ask a few questions or have you think about it a little bit. Okay, so you should have read Act 2, The Pet Contest, and now it's my turn. I'm going to read it. Let's get started. So I see a girl, and she says, I present a cricket. A cricket is a bug. It likes to hop. It will not nip the princess. It will not mess up the castle. The cricket says, cricket, cricket, cricket. If I look on this page, I read the word nip. Does anybody know what the word nip means? The word nip means to bite. So the girl who's presenting the cricket is telling the king and queen and the princess that the cricket will not bite. That sounds like a good thing, doesn't it, boys and girls? Let's keep reading and find out what the king, queen, and princess think of the cricket. Let's see, the queen says, a cricket is not a lot of fuss. Icky says, will the princess pick the cricket? The princess says, no, I will not. A bug is a dull pet. No cricket, no cricket, no cricket. So the princess, she didn't like the cricket. She thought he was dull. Remember, dull is another word for kind of boring. She didn't think he was exciting enough to be her pet. Let's keep reading. What other pets are in the pet contest? Oh, now Tack comes in, and Tack says, I present a pig. And Lily comes in too. And I present a pig, Lily says. Tack says, the princess will like the twin pigs. Pigs romp and stomp a lot. Lily says, pigs like mud. The first pig says, grunt, grunt. The second pig says, grunt, grunt. The king says, the pigs will mess up the castle. The queen says, if the princess likes the pigs, I can stand the mess. Icky says, Will the princess like twin pigs? But the princess, she holds her nose and says, no, pigs smell. The pigs say, grunt, grunt. So now think, the princess didn't like the pigs. Who remembers? Why didn't the princess like the pigs? Because they smell. They're kind of stinky. Let's keep reading. In comes Oswald. Oswald says, I present a kangaroo. A kangaroo has a big pocket. The princess can sit in the pocket. The kangaroo says, hip hop, hip hop. The queen says, a kangaroo is a fun pet. The king says, I bet the princess will pick the kangaroo. Icky says, is the kangaroo the best pet for the princess? The princess says, no, it is not. It is hot in the pocket. I will not pick the kangaroo. The kangaroo says, hop, hop, hop. So why didn't the princess want to pick the kangaroo as a pet? She didn't want to pick the kangaroo as a pet because she thought it would be too warm to ride in the kangaroo's pocket. Do you think it'd be too warm to ride in the kangaroo's pocket? I don't know. And the last page of our story, the queen says, I am upset. The princess is a bit difficult. The princess did not like the animals. The king says, and the princess is still glum. In fact, the princess acts like a brat. Ooh. So, how are the king and queen feeling right now? I think they might be feeling a little bit frustrated because they put on this big contest for the princess, hoping to make her happy, hoping she'd pick a pet, and instead the princess, like the queen says, is being difficult. She doesn't like any of the animals that people are bringing in the pet contest. We'll have to figure out tomorrow what happens at the end of our story. See you tomorrow, boys and girls.